Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Introduction to Web Development series. We have 3 episodes left now. We're looking at our CSS wrap up here. We're just going to be talking CSS. We're going to go through everything we wrote into our nav bar and our main CSS here. And we're actually going to be going over the media tags down here, which I didn't cover in the actual video itself, which was now 2 episodes ago. I didn't actually cover the media tags because it was just not the place and time for it. If you all haven't watched the previous wrap-up, make sure to go watch it so you can kind of see the format of this. We're just going to go through each thing, kind of a chill video where we're just going to go through each of the things, talk about what they do, and have a nice conversation about the series and everything we've done with CSS so far. So, we're going to start up here with our nav bar actually. We'll get into main later. We have our background color for the nav bar, which is just our hexadecimal. You can also use RGB, as we showed down here. We have our color, which is just text colors and things. Text decorations, underlines, italics. We have our padding, which is just spacing on each side of it before other elements can be placed. We have our text align, which just shows where the text is going to be on the screen. So like you have your center align, left align, right align, just where the text aligns to. You have your color here, again, could be hexadecimal, could be RGB, you choose, could also be named. Display, you can have blocks, you can have inline blocks, you can have none, you can have floats. It's all over the place. Displays usually mean like grid patterns for things that you do. And so if you're using displays, you typically want a block of like a grid. Your overflow here, this just means if things are spilling over into the other elements, we're just going to hide that. Our float just means that everything, it's going to be on the left side of the page and everything else is going to warp around it. It's pretty cool. Font size just means that all the font inside of this type is going to be 17 pixels. Now let's talk the media tags. Now the media screen means that if the screen size is 600 pixels, then this is the CSS we're going to have. But if the screen is less than 600 pixels, which is here, so say mobile users, you're going to get a hamburger menu instead of this nice little nav bar, which really doesn't blend in. Probably should have made it transparent, but hey, we're just doing the basics. Now if we go into our main.css, we have our URL backgrounds, which is just an href and CSS terms. We have our background size, which is just cover the page. We have our background repeat, which is no repeat, which means that we aren't going to loop over and have trillions of them. Background attachment is fixed, which means if we're scrolling, it's going to stay in the middle of the page the entire time. The background position's at the top of the page, which means the top of the image is at the top of the page. Text align is to the center, so all the text in the body is going to be put to the center. All text color is going to be white here. Our font family is Avenir. It's one of my favorites. It's a sans serif. It looks really nice. The font sizes, just change the size of the font. We have a CSS class here, which is just specified by the dot and then the name of the class. Make sure that you are using regex format, so like dashes, underscores, ampersands. Don't just use a dash. Just use a dash for spaces. This is indentured padding, which I never really covered, but what that means is like we want 0 pixels of padding at the top, bottom, left, right. Pretty simple. .fa is the FA class, which is from Font Awesome. It's just the icons and stuff we use here. I got a lot of questions about the 3em. It is a Webpack size, which means that It's 3 Ingenuical meters in size, which means that it's actually 36 pixels on the height, not the width. It gets confusing, but it's used for icons specifically because icons are smaller. We also have the override here because you always need the override. And then we have our footer class, which is just an absolute position, bottom with 100%. Pretty simple stuff. Our CSS here was really simple. I wasn't going to go anything too crazy. We did get into some Bootstrap and some CSS frameworks, like I said I wouldn't, but it was really just to make things look a little prettier. I didn't delve into those. You can expect Bootstrap to perk up at some point. I'm sure I'm going to do something with Bootstrap eventually. Be it React-Strap, Vue-Strap, something. There is going to be a Bootstrap or Bootstrap derivative coming in a series at some point. While it might not be the star of the series, it will have its own couple of episodes for it to play around with. So that'll be pretty neat. Yeah, guys, we have officially now 2 more episodes. We have our JavaScript Wrap Up, which is next episode. That episode's going to be super short. And then we have the series finale. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one.